Hey YouTube! So, Ibanez RX series. This is an rx20. This is pre-Geo guitars didn't exist at this point, so when you got this at a budget end, they still said Ibanez on them. I was skeptical about buying this because I've had other earlier Ibanez, Silver Cadet by Ibanez, which was a bit of a cheapy nasty. This, on the other hand, isn't. It also happens to be Bucky Green, which to be honest is why I bought it, because it's going to be a deluxe Bucky caster. So it's all stock, apart from it's got a Seymour Duncan Trembucker, is it an SH10 or an TB11, something like that it's called, in it. That's really it. So this demo was partly this guitar and partly a switch that I invented, which just seems to be fantastic. So the guitar itself, made in Indonesia, 1997, so proper vintage. Wee bit of wear on the fingerboard. It's got a maple neck. It's got a one-piece maple neck. So this is actually a real skunk stripe. That's where the truss rod goes. The tuners are what I expected to be absolutely shite, but they're actually alright, but I'll probably be upgrading anyway, just because they look like bad ones. Yeah. So I'm playing through the Orange TH30. That's with the rat pedal on. So if I go to clean, so I'll get on to my super pickup now. Not my super pickup. This three-way switch. So when I looked these up, the higher up one. Oh, I get the phone call. Can I just turn it down? Okay. Yeah. So where was I? Yes. So I was expecting this. One of my favourite switches ever is the RG 5-way switch, which goes in a 2-humbucker guitar. So instead of having a 3-way, you've got a 5-way, and it gives you humbucker, the 2 outside coils, or the 2 inside coils, whatever one, like a single coily sound. In the middle, both humbuckers, and then in the position 4, you get the neck pickup wired in parallel rather than series, so it's kind of like a hum cancelling single coil. And then you get position 5, you've got the humbucker. Totally dig that. That's a great system. All the sounds are hum cancelling as well, even though you've got 2 single coil sounds. Well, this one doesn't have the 5-way switch, and I couldn't find one online. I remember buying one for Scott's FGN. It was like 12 quid, and the only one I could find was 25 quid. It's like, I've thought of a better one. This is just a standard 3-way switch, right? So bridge position, bridge pickup, neck position, neck pickup. But in the middle, rather than just being 2 humbuckers on, which is a bit shit, let's be honest, it's automatic coil split, so it gives you the outside coils. So this has humbucker, and then humbucker in the neck, and then it's in the middle. It's got fantastic cleany Fender sound. Let's try putting drums on. ridiculously expensive Seymour Duncan. This is the original neck pickup. My new sound, the Fendery one. Not the best amp for the house, the orange. Humbucker. Yeah, so I'm not super sold on Seymour Duncans, to be honest. I mean, if the bridge pickup sounds great, it does. I mean, the thing is, the neck pickup also sounds brilliant, so I'm not sure how different it actually is. I think a lot of pickup things is actually just in the name. Yes, I think it happens quite a lot. People go, oh, I'll buy myself a guitar, I'll just put pickups in it. And it's like, did you try the pickups that were in it? Because it would surprise me if the pickups in this weren't pretty good to start with. And the neck pickup's great. I mean, and the middle pickup, middle sound. Yeah, so I mean, these guitars are awesome. This one's quite old, it's 97, so this one may have had quite a lot of work done to it. Actually, when I got it, the bridge was like that, and the truss rod needed adjusted, and all that stuff. It's got quite a lot of wear on it. It's not, I mean, the thing is, it is an Ibanez, and although it's quite a stratty Ibanez as far as Ibanez go, it's not quite the full-on RG with the wizard neck and stuff. The neck on this is really thin and very similar to what's on like the Roadster, one of my favourite guitars. And this one's actually got a maple neck, which is my favourite, especially a one-piece maple. I do notice there's a wee bit of a, you can see there the way that the lacquer's coming off the headstock. I don't really like that, but I mean that's a cosmetic issue. The thing is ancient. I do love the, I'm going to call it forest green, but it's kind of like that sort of pearly, very dirty. Actually, I was playing this on the live stream. whenever I play guitars in a live tune, I don't know it's because I'm just drinking Bucky, but my God, do they get fingerprinty? Yeah, see, glorious colour. So I've actually ordered pickups for this. I've ordered I'm going to try them out. One's from China, red DiMarzio Super Distortion looking things, red knobs, paint scratch plate yellow, and it's a deluxe Bucky caster. Again, it's a guitar I would probably play. I mean, this is, as I said, it's not quite as pointy as an RG. It's somewhere in the middle. Kind of, to be honest, it's not that unlike the Roadstar and many things. As in, I think it was kind of the cheapest one of the range. I think this is, I mean, the higher. I always thought that was a bit of a pathetic number. That's an RG 140. And you go, 140? I didn't know they went so low. And it's like, but it's a pure proper pro amazing guitar, but it's a 140. I'm sure that the ones you normally see 350s, and they're the sort of the Indonesian middle of the road ones, and the 550s, the sort of then you get 850, then you get like ones away up at 1200 on and stuff like that. This one's 20 though. It's like 20, and it just goes to show how important being able to put a guitar together is. I mean, this compared to like even that Harley Benton I sold for 220 quid, it absolutely wipes. It's a miles better. It doesn't have any of the fancy bits on it, but it's just in many ways the perfect guitar. This really, you got your humbuckers with my special switch. You've got the single coil sound, the three sounds, the best three sounds from the 5-way version of the Switch. So that's really all you would need. The neck on it, so much of these guitars is the neck. So much of a guitar is the neck, and the frets on it are really good as well. They're not chunky frets; they're kind of thin frets. I think if you read the manual for this, the brochure for this from '97, it's kind of like, this is for somebody who wants a performance guitar but likes vintage styling. So that's why it's got like thin frets. It's got a more stratty neck profile. It's got the scratch plate. It comes in relatively. I'm sure was it Andy Timmons has got a guitar that's very similar to this. In fact, did Ibanez not just recently bring out, is it the EZ or the AZ range, which are this kind of idea where you've got like, it's an Ibanez. It can be a shredder, but it's a little bit more vintagey. It's a bit like the Joe Satriani model. I remember going into the shop 10 years ago when I thought I'd probably get an Ibanez. So I tried a Gem and a Satriani model just to see what the difference was, and the Satriani model I much preferred because it felt more normal, kind of the way this is. It's got like the straight head. It's got like, basically it's got a Fender neck, not a Fender headstock, but a Fender neck on it. And it's a bit more, it feels less like a tool, whereas I think the Vi one with the super thin neck and stuff, it's like I'm kind of not good enough to play that. Whereas this is very, very comfortable. And I think this is one of those ones that's going to pop up. I don't think they're that common, but I mean, I think you're probably talking about getting one sort of kind of 100 quid, something like that, maybe 150 quid, and it's like not an awful lot of money for an Ibanez that fully deserves to have Ibanez on the headstock. I have had a couple of Geos. They were great. But I think there is a wee thing for having, would you rather have this over a Geo, and regardless of whether it's better or not, it's like, would you want a Gibson or do you want a Gibson Epiphone? Like, do you want a Squier or do you want a Squier by Fender or a Fender? It's worth 20% just because it is actually a genuine Ibanez, not a Geo. Geo being cheap version, can't afford a real one. But it's such a comfortable guitar to play. It's really light. It's really green. Actually, I was sitting looking on my wall last night when I was watching telly, and I've got the sort of green metallic, and then I've got the blue metallic Jim Deacon and a pink metallic, and it's like pure. What a setup! What a setup! Love it. I just got through it there. Try it again, but this time from the start. Now using the neck pickup. That was meant to be Spaceship One by Paul Gilbert, which was one of the things I put. It was, I think it was in the front of a classic rock magazine. I was like, what's that? That's amazing. I'll try and put the background. 60 minutes in, so you can just give up the video now. I'm going to try and put the background because I appear to have remembered how to play it, which I've not played it properly in about 5 years or something. So we kind of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe not. I mean, that was far too slow. I should have speed up. I'm not giving up yet. Going to the middle, pick up, get some. So. B. Forget it. Who's going to be spending the rest of the afternoon trying to play that on it? I just remember what I was talking about one of the guys I was teaching guitar to with that Marshall. I was doing a video earlier on, but another guy I taught guitar to, the first guitar he got was an Ibanez Geo. And I was blown away by it. At the time I didn't have very many guitars at the time, maybe 4 or something, so I had my Epiphone SG and my Gibson SG. I used to use the Epiphone just because it was, so I wasn't turning up with a Gibson. And the Ibanez was better. It was a Geo, and I think it wasn't expensive, it was 120 quid or something. This is 20 years ago though. And I was like, this guitar's great. It was maybe a little bit bland. It kind of suffered from the same thing as that Yamaha ERG suffers from, where it's not really that exciting. This one is quite exciting, maybe just mostly because of the green. You know, if this was just black and had no scratch plate, it wouldn't be a very it would be one of those wee Yamahas. But the fact it's got this sort of Sherwood green, I keep changing my mind, emerald green. Yeah, it's a good guitar. I keep buying guitars I quite fancy keeping. It's really annoying. I'm not even buying. I'm not buying ones that I want myself. I'm just buying it, and then when you play it, you go, really good. I can't sell this for 100 quid. It's way better than that. I mean, it kind of pushes you a little bit into the try to play diddle stuff. Maybe just because of what it looks like. It's just slightly classy. It's got the proper Ibanez headstock on it and all that. Balance is brilliant. It's a brilliantly engineered piece and it's really well built. Actually says in the catalogue, don't worry, I know you're buying the cheapest one of the cheapest one in our guitar range, but although it's made in a different country, it's still got the same quality requirements or whatever. So they're obviously kind of aware that the ones they were doing just a few years before, or like in the sort of early 90s, that like things like that, Silver Cadet and all that, are just they're kind of like, what a bit crap. This is definitely in the good guitar category, and I would have no issues gigging this whatsoever. Best pickup layout ever, with a 3-way switch, I think. What the best pickup layout ever was the 2 humbuckers with the 5-way, but to be honest, I prefer the 3-way. It just gives you the 3 sounds I need. I've got the bridge pickup, I've got the neck pickup, and I've got the middle one. So when I get the new pickups, it's because I had to buy them from China, so it said was it ordered by the 28th of December you'll get them. So they might arrive next week, or they might arrive in 5 weeks' time. It just depends whether I caught the boat or not. But I kind of don't want to do too much to this. Also, if it's going to be a bucket caster, I don't want to change over I'm not taking off the Ibanez thing. It's like, what's the point in having an Ibanez if people don't know you have one? You know, if it had been a Geo, maybe I would have just taken it off, put bucket on it. Yep, so as you can see, I've gone back to, well, I've decided that the wee, not really particularly wee, the Carlton, the wooden amp, which looks totally cool as fuck. I can't live with the volume controls are now, they're now cutting in and out, so I need to take that to bits, and I need to buy new pots. I've tried putting switch cleaner, I just need new pots. It can't be that difficult to do. It'd be nice to get that back. But currently I've got the PV and the orange on an AB switch, and I'm going to have to keep one of them and sell one of them. Really, they're both, well, that's 30 watt, that's 50 watt, both 1x12. That's an orange, doesn't have very many knobs. That's a PV, does have very many knobs, and that one's also just been completely gubbins on the inside, both all valve amps. So I've got to decide which one, and it really comes down to, I think the orange might be worth more money. So maybe, also the orange doesn't have reverb. Not that particularly need reverb. That does. It's got a little bit more variance, and probably louder. It's 50 watt rather than 30, but the orange is awfully cool. So I'm going to keep one of them as my guitar gigging amp. One of the two. I can't decide which one. I like them both. They both sound amazing. They both don't sound exactly the same, but they both sound amazing, so which one do you keep? I don't know. Well, I made it into quite a loud video, quite a long video after all. Ibanez rx20. There is an rx40. There's a whole RX series, and they go up. There's a few sort of 3 single coils and an HSX and all that. To be honest, I've never even heard of them before, but they're now on my watch list. They are smashing guitars, and ones that you just wouldn't be embarrassed about at all. Not that you'd be embarrassed about having a Geo, but it's not a Geo, is it? It's a real Ibanez made in the same factory as a Geo. And I only know this Geo thing because I've got a 5-string bass from, I think it's 99 or 98. 99 is my 5-string bass, and that model is only, it's a GTR or it's a TR. In 98 it's a TR, and it's got an Ibanez logo on it. 99, it's a GTR, and it's got the Geo thing on it. So that was the transition point. Is 1999 is the first of the Geos, and then before that they were getting in. They didn't say Geo on them. So I need to have a look. I wonder if there is actually. I wonder if they make a Geo version of this. I'm going to have to do a wee bit of looking into Geos, because I mean, the ones I've had have been really good. And the problem is, it's one of those things again when you look up the internet. There's so much snobbery about it. Oh, it's just a Geo fucking shite. It's like, have you played one? No. How do you know? Because it's a Geo. It's like, Harley Benton are great. Alright, have you played one? No. But all the reviews say they're good. Play them. Play them, and play them. is the way around it. I mean, I did have to do a wee bit of work to make this work, but I mean, it's pretty much great. It's a little bit beat up. Oh, I don't know. I mean, people pay for the relicking idea, doesn't it? But yeah. So this will be. I expect I'm not in any rush to get rid of this. I've basically got to wait till the red pickups arrive anyway, so I'm just going to enjoy it until then. But I have to say that it's kind of it's a very comfortable to play guitar, and I have been playing it the last week. Just because partly because it's new, and also just because it's really easy. You know, some guitars you pick up. I've been picking up that Roadster a ridiculous amount of time. It's an amazing guitar. It's not as good as the Roadster, but it's in the same, but not spec sheet, the same agenda. Nope, what's the word? Manifesto. Whereas like they're trying to produce a guitar that you can gig with and stuff, and they're going to keep it basic and simple. And then rather than spending any money on brand parts and fancy shit, they've spent that money on putting it together well and building it properly, and this is a proper built guitar. Apart from the bridge, which was goosed, but I mean that wasn't the guitar's fault, and the truss rod needed adjusted, but that wasn't the guitar's fault either. Everything else seems to be rocking. So rock on. I've got quite a lot of videos to do today. I'm going. I don't even want to tell you where I am. Well, depends when I put it out. Whatever. I should be back for the live stream on Sunday. Maybe. Rock on. Catch you later.